This brother Kapaya Ayash back with another lesson. This is gonna be quick. Giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Bahashim Rikah Kodash, and double honor to the man of great millstone that's out there on the highway and byway pushing this truth day in and day out, also pushing this truth over the worldwide internet, reaching for the elect to pull them out of a two-thirds state of mind so that we can be beamed up on those chairs of salvation to live in the kingdom under King David and the supreme King Yahweh Shah, which is the title and command and authority and rulership over heaven and earth. Though the title was given to Yahweh Shah by his father Yahweh. Also, I'm not a member of GMS, but I believe GMS has the 100% truth for the Bible to the Akim and the Aqua, which are the men and women that are listening to learn. Continue to pray for faith, repent and fast, and keep the laws and commandments to the best of your ability. As it states in John 14:15, if ye love me, keep my commandment. Also, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Now, just recently, I did a video on, I think I did a lammy back off of a video where I'm trying to remember. Hold on, give me, I just don't want to lose this because this is on the thread. Let me just take a snapshot of this here so I won't miss it. So let me just, hold on, see. Yeah, just take a snapshot of this here. And I'm going to go to, bear with me one second, go to YouTube. Yeah, so this the video that I did about 3 days ago. The ways of a man and his woman is none of your business, right? Let me go here and pull that up with a Proverb 18 or 30. I think it's what, 30 and 18. We'll try that first. Yeah, there'll be three things which are too wonderful for me. Yeah, for which I know not. The ways of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, and the way of a man with his maid. He don't know. He don't know what's going on, between them two, and this right here came in, came to reality. You have people like this man right here. He didn't take heed to that. That the Bible tell you. Let me go to Proverbs 22. And I'm gonna go to that video that I put out 3 days ago. So it said the Bible. It says here, Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foresees the evil. A prudent. Let's look up prudent. Define prudent. Show good and careful judgment. Shows good and careful judgment, right? When handling practical matters, you can describe it as prudent, simply a wise and well through thought decision, through and through decision or action can be called prudent. So let's see, to be clever or crafty with godly sureness and spiritual insight. So this man here, he didn't have spiritual insight. He went off what his mama told him, his grandma, his auntie, society told him, no matter what, you see a woman in distress, you go help out. That's none of your business, man. Now you in the spirit world. Now you know. So Proverbs 30 and 18, again, let's go back. Let's go back. Because it's too many of our men, too many of Jake, losing their life behind a woman that they ain't get no loving from. They haven't even laid eyes on a woman before in life, and you go put your life on the line behind some woman you don't even know what she did. Oh, so again, it says Proverbs 30 and 18. There be three things which are too wonderful for me, fourth which I know not. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent on a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, and the way of a man with a maid. What goes on between a man and a woman is their business. They have pillow talk. They live in a house together. They pay bills together. They have children. Together. That's their house is their domain, and that man, he's operating it. While the man gone, she's operating it. However he want that house to be run, in order to keep that man, that's the way that house need to be run. He's the Lord over that woman. It says when a man get a wife, he get a possession, right? See, a lot of you jakes out there, man, I'm telling you, this is going to be your ending. This is how y'all going to leave out of here. So like, I think, yeah. Ecclesiastes 36 and 24. He that getteth a wife is he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillow of rest. So the deal is, that's his possession. And then here you come, you're going to try to handle the man, and the man is trying to handle his possession, and you're going to step in, intervene, and going to show him that he's wrong for doing what he's doing? No, man. And this what this brother get with the line up. Got his beard lined up, tattooed. And the Lord required his spirit on May 12th, 2 days ago. Now he in the spirit where now he knows. Now he knows. He's in his right mind. He's in perfection. Now he knows. So, yeah, like I said 3 days ago, I played this right here. So check this out. I'm going to play this again.
Okay. Time for some answer. In light of the Pierre brothers losing their lives, or their lives, for their sister, I thought I'd come tell you a quick story and then we'll get into the rest. Years ago, I was dealing with a broad and we got into it. Because I'm a
It's a lot of echo. Let me just go to the brother page, Truth is Fears. Please subscribe to his page and get edified. So let me just go to his page right quick, Shalaki, and pull that up.
Okay, time for some man time. In light of the Pierre brothers losing their lives, or their lives, for their sister, I thought I'd come tell you a quick story, then we'll get into the rest. Years ago, I was dealing with a broad and we got into it. Because I'm a checker. That's what I do. I check niggas and bitches. Wherever you commit the offense, you will be arrested. You will be tried. You will be convicted, and you will be... I'll leave the rest to your imagination, but that's just how I get out. So one day I had to check a bitch, and her brother came over. And he came for bitten ass, but I was a business man, and so he had to come a certain way, to kind of feel shit out a little bit. And when he came, I said something to him. I said, let me ask you a question. You come over here to check me, but you don't check your sister? He said, I did check my sister, nigga. I said, you whooped her? He said, what? I said, did you whoop her? put hands on her? Or did you put that metal on her? Say, what the fuck you talking about? I said, nigga, because if you come around here to do that to me, but you ain't do it to your sister, and your sister don't listen to you when it come to me, who sounds stupid? And I'm asking you the same thing. You see, I told him, I said, hey man, if you can beat your sister, but you don't know if you can beat me, you know you can beat her. You know you can dog her and have your way with her physically because she can't stop you, but you don't know if you can have that way with me. And you don't know if I'm prepared to get out with you the way you prepared to get out with me. So you either willing to kill me or die by me, but you don't want to kill your sister or die by your sister? Hold on, man. How about you check her first and then you come check me? Because for some strange reason, you seem to have favoritism for your sister. But I assure you, your sister gonna choose me before she choose you. Did you catch it? He looked at me and he turned his head. He tilted his head like, what? His other brother was like, damn, he got a point. I said, yeah, I know. Hey, man, hold on. Let's postpone this for a week. I want you to keep your sister away from me for a week. Don't tell her we made this agreement. And if you can keep her away from me for 7 days, on the 8th day, nigga, we can get active. But if you can't keep her away from me for 7 days, you need to make a decision on who you gonna be for your sister. Needless to say, me and that nigga became real good friends. I know. Whenever I would check his sister, he stayed out the fucking way because he realized he was about to lose something that he could not regain for a bitch that will not stop.
Which is his life. And even though, this is talking about a man, dealing, he's referring to his girlfriend brother intervene in their situation. Whatever going on between a man and a woman, it's none of your business. Stay out of it because you can lose your life behind that. Even, like I said, even some woman you don't know, dealing with this man here from Texarkana, Arkansas. He didn't even know the woman, and he intervened. So this go to your sister, this go to your mother, this go to your auntie, this goes out to all women that you don't even know. If you see a man dealing with a woman, and it's an altercation or whatever, call the police. Stay out of it. Don't you intervene in that. You're not fit and prepared to face any type of damages that might come your way. You didn't wake up one morning and say, I'm just going to be superhero to every woman that's in need. No, you're going to live a short life living like that. But like I said, I did a video, what you just saw 3 days ago, and here it is right here. 3 days ago was the 11th. This man died on the 12th. So this came to light. So let me just read this here. I want to, let me see, can I go back? Hopefully it's there. I don't know where it went. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, good. Because I want to go to the comments. So it said, Eddie Ray Hill Jr., 48, died after being shot while trying to help a woman during a domestic violent confrontation outside the Texarkana aluminum plant in Nash, Texas, on May 12, 2026. Police say Hill was just arriving. For work while he stepped in to intervene between the suspect, Wendell Lane Champion Jr., and Champion wife in the parking lot of the facility. I'm sure this nigga here knew that they was together. I'm sure if they all working at the same plant, which you see it right there, he's going to where he probably know these two individuals, that they was husband and wife. So let's go down to the comment board. You got some simps, you got some some soft raised young men, males, I say that, it's just plain stupid. You just don't get in no situation like that. You got to be prudent. You got to be wise. You got to think. Do I really want to lose my life behind them two acting a fool in the parking lot? And my woman crying over me and my children crying over me because daddy doing the right thing. Daddy out there saving some other woman from her husband in a domestic violence. I mean, do you think your woman truly want to see you in the casket or in the hospital trying to save another woman? Women are jealous of another woman. She gonna be like, damn, shit, hell, you need to be protecting me now. Who's going to protect me now? Who's going to help me raise these kids? Now another guy got to come raise your kids. That's if he got kids. So you got one comment here. The original DJ Zero. Yeah, you sure is let me see. Hold on, I want to say anything. I want to read it. Always have your shit, man, if you intervene. No, Zero. You wrong. You stay out of it because you can go to jail for shooting another man for defending his woman. You ain't know the situation. So that was a dumb statement right there. Very dumb statement. Let me see what I said. That too, let her deal with it. Well, let's get out of there. I said, iron sojourn, iron soldier. It says here, prove that not all heroes wear capes. So like, prove that not all heroes wear a cape. Well, most heroes live to talk about it. This one, he was just stupid to intervene in some business that he didn't know anything about. So he ain't no hero. You always have the so-called black woman to, fall for that, because they always want to be protected no matter what. No matter what they do, they could have did something, violated that man, son or daughter, or he did something to his mother or father or whatever, and he's handling his business. See, they don't want to be, a lot of women, they don't want to take accountability for their action. They want somebody to intervene, even though they wrong. You come in, you help me to get away from this guy, and she's not even caring that, if she did start it or did something wrong, she's not even caring about that man's safety. It's all about her. She's selfish. But anyway, I'm not even gonna read all that. Well, you know what? Let me just read that. See, she probably got something in there. Condone to this man's family. His parents should be proud of the man they raised. That's bullshit. Instead of ignoring the action. And fuck all that. Now it started to make me mad. See, but when there's a woman slapping and berating and belittling and hitting on a man, none of you women step in to stop that woman from doing that for him. But when it come down to a man and he fed up that she did something, you didn't know the situation, but you gonna say instead of ignore the accident, he tried to protect the woman, and let me just continue on. Your sacrifice did not go unnoticed. Rest in peace. Man, don't nobody want to hear that shit. Listen, do you think this man here, where is it? Oh, God. Do you think this man right here, if he knew that he was going to die defending a woman in a domestic, altercation or whatever, that all he's going to get, let me just go back to it, Your sacrifice did not go unnoticed. Rest in peace. He was like, hell no, I'm not stepping in it. And that's all I'm going to get. Are you going to raise some money to take care of my family? That's if he got any children. Are you going to pay back? Are you going to give my loved one money and jobs and opportunities so that they can continue moving on behalf of me? Those are just simply words. And I'm tell you this here: 1, 2 days, a week, a month go by, he'll be forgotten. He'll be forgotten. And that woman, she gonna be, in that altercation. If that man, he gonna end up going to jail. And to get what that woman gonna do, she gonna go ahead and get another nigga, and she gonna move on. I guarantee you that woman will not go to that man's funeral. I bet you she won't. But anyway, you got another one. Anna 94 72 93. Yeah, there's always an Eve. My condolence to the family. He was a great hero. Man, that's bullshit. That is bullshit. How many women jump in front of a bullet from a woman to protect him? How many women jump in front of a man to keep a woman from hitting him? None of y'all don't do that. So keep that hero shit to yourself. Y'all don't do it. Says the unknown spectacle. Brother died trying to do something good. R.I.P. Where you a simp. Now here's the correct thing to do. Douglas Maxwell, 44. Call the police. You got people waiting for you to come home. Maybe a wife and kids. I'm quite sure they don't want to hear he died a hero. And that's what I'm saying. Don't nobody want to hear that he died a hero. He jumped in a situation he had no business in. And it says here, Yaquan, it says, do y'all remember what Charleston White said about not getting into his business when him and his woman is fighting? That's their business. And 9 times out of 10, she's going to be right back with him tomorrow. That's true. Prime example, I seen it with my own eye. My older sister, in and out of fights, in and out of fights, in and out of fights. And stayed with that nigga for about 25 years. Mind your business. Because people in a relationship, they fight. That's what happens. They fight, they argue, they fight, they argue, they make up. They fight, they argue, they make up. Just like children. Children fight. Teenagers fight. People fight. So I hate it when you got men that think no matter what you shouldn't hit a woman. Listen, there's a reason to hit any and everybody when they violate. Now, I'm not condoning if a woman argue with you and then you just go, crazy and just start beating her. No, But if a woman is coming after you and she trying to kill you, listen, you got to do something. Don't sit up there and say you never hit it. No, I would never say never hit a woman. That's bullshit. Because it's going to come a time where you have to defend yourself or defend, a loved one from a woman that might be hurting your loved one. You got to do something. But we know on this side, a man would go to jail. And that's where he set it up. And the women fall for that. They know I can push a button, and then once he bump into me or push me or whatever, he go to jail. And the women use that to their advantage. And Esau, he loved that. And a lot of you women, you're going to get belt to ass real fast. Jacob Trouble, you're going to get that payback. Just like you are working with Esau on putting work in on us, we're gonna put work in on you. Cause you know Esau, he can't protect you forever. You know, but I don't want to get sidetracked. But let's go back to the comment board. And forgive me, my voice is kind of raspy a little bit. Let's go to the next one. It says here, trust me, I know another dude was beating up on his girlfriend, and I guess a random guy saw and jumped in it. The boyfriend shot and killed the poor man for trying to break up the fight. I am not breaking up shit because more than likely she would take him back and visit him in jail and put money on his books for commissary. I wish the FUCK I would try and be Captain Saberhole. Yep. See, these guys here are, you know, pudent men. You know, they seen stuff like this happen before, where a guy, you know, because a lot of these guys they feel that if a man hit a woman, it seems like something click in their mind where you hit a woman where I know you can't fight a man, and that's where they fuck up at. You willfully jump into a man just because he handling his business with his woman. That don't mean that he can't fight you neither. I can't understand what's going on with these damn guys. Like I said, they have been trained by unwise women to go and protect a woman, not knowing the situation. That's why I always say, ask the woman, what did you do? And that throw her off for a loop right there. That make her get angry. She get confused. She's like, why you, I mean, you know, she get triggered. Why are you coming at me, asking me? I'm the victim. You see, a woman always feel when she's doing wrong, she's always the victim. She can be doing something wrong, but her mind, she's the victim. And then when that man, you know, jump out of that box and start putting them blows on the head, then all of a sudden he's wrong. It says here, Brick Mason 4, never intervene in a domestic situation unless you related to one of the what's that? I can't hardly see it. Combatants. Well, it's just like the video I just saw. A man trying to defend his sister. I don't care if it is your sister. You go, you talk to your sister. What happened? What did you do? And then you ask her, well, if it's that bad, you don't want to go back. Well, let's go get your stuff. Call them up and make sure, you know, let them know that we have the authorities there. We'll come pick your stuff up, you know, and then that's that. If she don't want to do that, she's still in love with him. She's gonna go back, just like the guy said. I give you 7 days, and I guarantee you she'll be back. And you done did all that fighting and that shooting for nothing. She gonna go right back to him. So, you know, your relative, you know, your companion, whatever. No, it doesn't matter if you're, like I said, your sister, your mother, your auntie, some woman you don't know. Stay out of it. If it's that bad, call the authorities. You know, at least try to talk the man down. Hey man, you gonna kill her. You know, if you can stop it that way, you know, before that, call the authorities. Because guess what? You can be behind bars, stepping in some mess that you had no business in. It says here, and most of the men are, it's kind of divided, but right now I'm getting most of the men saying mind your business, and there's like maybe about two other guys, saying the opposite. But most of these guys are saying, man, mind your business. It says here, Michael Hines, wasn't his business. Keep it moving. Dial 911. He will be alive. R.I.P. Point blank period. Point blank period. Then you have, like I said, you're going to have Eve. You're going to have Eve saying the opposite. Honor and respect. See, they love when a man step up and protect them when they are in the wrong. Now, let me bag up. I don't know the situation between them two. That's why Proverbs 30 and 18 is in the Bible. We ain't going to know until the man and the woman put it out there on why they was fighting. That's the only way we going to know. But the deal is, you can't always, just think that it's a good thing that a man step in and protect you from another man. That's not, especially, you husband, it's husband and wife. I don't care if it's boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't care if they didn't know each other. It had to be a reason for that man to lay hands on that woman. Especially in this society. And we know how the law is when it comes down to domestic violence between a man and a woman. The man always get the worst end. I remember, Salaki, when I was in college, this guy, his girlfriend ripped his shirt, cut him, cut his face with her nails, and he still went to jail. She didn't have no marks on her, no nothing. He still went to jail. That's infuriating. See, and that's part of the curse. That's that Jeremiah 31 and 22. She shall surpass the man and in power, because she working right there next to Esau. She know, what she doing. She just love that power that she can snap her finger and they're the police. But it's a big payback, But again, let me get back on the main strip, But like I said, most of Eve, a lot of Eve are gonna say honor and respect. But you got guys saying no, stay out of it, because we know better. Because we know that women can be emotional, and they don't, in the heat of the moment, they don't judge, right? They don't look over the situation before they get into it. They just, straight line drive, like in baseball, straight down the middle. They don't care about nothing else but, want to be seen and love to draw attention. But anyway, complex chosen one. Damn, why I mind my business? You damn right. It says, damn, there's this Mr. GTD 666. It says that, damn, that's the worst case scenario right here. But honestly, it's best to mind your business. Don't help, just call the police. You didn't even know this person. Now you died and left the people you should be doing. Hold on. You should be doing all this for. So, let me see. One more, and this is gonna be it, because this is mostly males. Because you don't see a lot of females, like they intervene, jumping in, trying to save a man, And you don't hear about them getting beat up or getting shot, losing their life behind a man. You know, and you always hear men doing that, and they appreciate that. Even when they, like I said again, I don't know the situation, but let's say that this woman is in the wrong. Protect me while I'm wrong, and protect me while I'm doing good, no matter what. that's how society raised these women to think, and from these 2/3 sons to feel, to think the same way. This will be the last one because I'm losing my voice a little bit. I said, Nancy Marvin, 423. I'm going to relay some sound advice my best friend dad gave me about 30 years ago. Don't ever get involved in a domestic dispute. If you really don't have to, because that type of emotion mindset can kill you even if you are not involved. He basically told me don't get involved because it's not your problem and could cost your life for something you shouldn't be involved with in the first place. So there you have it. This man right here, he was, you know, he was simple, dumb for stepping in something that you didn't know anything about, and this is the outcome. So hopefully this video and people read the comment board will reach to some of these men to quit being a bonehead and stay out of it. Hell, and if you gotta call the police. Let them take care of that. But don't you get into it. Don't you get involved. So I'm gonna end it right there. Shalom.